discount code REDEYE, and shipping is free. Hey, owner-operators, succeed on your own terms with Mercer Transportation. Whenever, wherever, and however you prefer to run, Mercer has the support you need to make your business successful. They offer fuel discounts, fast pay after every load, plenty of freight with over 3,100 customers and over 500,000 loads per year. No company trucks to compete with, and discounts on tires, insurance, and more. Pick your loads or let their coordinators help you find the right freight. Visit mercertown.com today. mercertown.com.
When you eat in a Denny's booth, you find that time moves like nowhere else. With one bite, everything stops. Every hurry and worry comes to a pause that seems to last forever. And now, our new Diner Classics Plus menu matches the past and the future to bring you yum, believable, time-warping flavor. Like the new spicy moves over my handy with savory chorizo and jalapenos, or the red, white, and blue buttermilk pancakes that pause the world around you. Whether breakfast, lunch, dinner, or anything in between, at Denny's, it's diner time. Price and participation may vary, limited time only.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we are proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable, accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you can be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1 million miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com. That's redeyeradioshow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petro Stopping Centers, House Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and At Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com.
Half of Alabama residents use a septic tank. Are you one of them? Septic tanks are used where municipal sewers are not available and maintenance is important. Failing septic tank systems can endanger your family, pollute the environment, and be expensive to repair. So know the warning signs. Wet spots in your yard, cold draining toilets and drains, and drains, and to prevent your system from failing by having your tank pumped every 3 to 5 years. Keep a separate container for grease and dispose of properly. Use detergents low in toxic and spread laundry loads over several days to not overload the system with too much water. You need a permit before installing a new system or before repairing an existing one. Your local health department has a copy of the septic tank system permit that indicates the location of your system and the size of the tank.
This is Steve. I want to know down here. For more information, visit our website, www.agrilandsuckerfield.gov.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospitals, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your children's miracle network.
USAID work is establishing principles of fairness, dignity, and worship. But it's really nice. I'm Montgomery, and I want to tell you about a new show I'm taking on called 5 9 Presidents of the Supreme Court, not this month.
You can test him up.
Supreme Court decision. Just subscribe to 544 wherever you get your podcast. That's the one podcast conversations. He's the voice of the conservative. I'm Gary McNamara. Coming up on the top of the hour, more on the Biden family business, as the Wall Street Journal lead editorial has. We'll get into that a little bit more, where that may lead in some other interesting news yesterday of the White House knowing about the 51 intelligence officials going to put out that letter. They were given a heads up that it was coming out. Yeah. We'll get to that, plus Obama's former Director of Homeland Security. Here's a headline: Biden reportedly planning to release migrants without court dates or tracking Jay Johnson, not good, a big problem on MSNBC. Said that.
Well, I mean, it should be no surprise, because what is the next step? And what they're going to say is, well, we were just so overwhelmed that there was no time to process them all unless we tear down the process to taking their name and number and letting them go. That's what you're going to see. There will be no follow-up, no court date. And if there's no court date, then are they here legally? What's their status? Because if you miss a court date, that's one thing. If there's no court date, then what's your status? Top of the Hour News is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
Earn personalized savings on commercial truck insurance with Smart Haul from Progressive. Learn more at progressivecommercial.com. Not available in all states or situations.
This winter, give your diesel the treat it craves. House Diesel Treat. It prevents gelling in the coldest temperatures without using alcohol or harmful solvents. Safe and effective in all diesel and biodiesel blends, Diesel Treat is also a fuel conditioner, so it lubricates fuel, prevents deposits, and safely removes water, extending the life of your engine. With Diesel Treat, you'll experience increased power and performance while noticing less smoke, rough idle, and shifting on hills. For a treat that's 100% guaranteed, turn to House Diesel Treat. Visit houseproducts.com for more. From the father of CB radios comes one bad mother. Eric Harley here. You've heard me talk about Uniden CBs for years now. Uniden has been the cornerstone of the trucking industry since the beginning. And even in the age of cell phones, Uniden CB still remains the trucker's favorite. It is social media at its best. When you need the lowdown on the road ahead, you need a Uniden CB. It is one bad mother. Go to Uniden.com today or stop by your nearest Pilot Line J.
Tom Bodette here, still leaving the light on for the long-haul trucker. While we were locked down at home, you were out there day and night bringing us what we needed to make it through. And Motel 6 is here to help you make it through. Want to trade a loose load strap and a sore back for a good night's sleep? Yes, you do. Motel 6 has a place just down the road with a clean, comfortable room and a great low rate. You'll know it when you see it. I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we're proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the 1,000,000-mile mark with preventable, accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you can be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1,000,000 miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com. That's redeyeradioshow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petro Stopping Centers, House Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Cat Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer its diabetes prevention program, Keeping Down Diabetes. This free CDC-approved year-long program begins January 9th, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep, and more. Sponsored by Southern Recipe, this program is for those at risk, not already diagnosed with diabetes. Go to truckersfund.org. Take the risk assessment under the Health and Wellness tab.
I do everything.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Former President Trump was back on the campaign trail in New Hampshire last night, drumming up support for a return to the White House.
On the CNN town hall, the former president was asked about many hot-button issues, including the debt ceiling. He says Republicans should hold firm on their demands.
I think the Democrats will absolutely cave.
He maintained he doesn't know columnist E. Jean Carroll.
I never met her. I have no idea who she is.
He was awarded $5 million this week in a civil lawsuit against him.
So why don't y'all tell me what's in
Russia's war in Ukraine?
I don't think in
Oh, I
terms of
didn't-
winning
I
the
didn't
losing.
know
I think in terms of
yesterday.
getting
Oh.
it settled, so
I'm
stop
sorry.
killing all these people.
That's who won't be here
CBS
today.
News.
Okay.
Ukraine's president.
All right.
Now you know.
Okay, now I know it.
Update on the BBC. He says his country.
I guess we'll make it, you know.
What?
I said, I guess we'll make it.
Well, I guess we will.
Yeah. I mean, like when I'm gone, everybody will, you know, you'll make it.
I don't know.
A little more difficult without me than him, but it'll,
Here in the U.S.
I don't know.
it'll work out.
You're gonna be here for the
COVID policy allowing
Not
migrants
going
to be
anywhere.
turned away
The problem with the future,
expires.
you really
The
can't
Biden
foresee it.
administration is launching its own policy.
Oh,
There's some wisdom.
the word of the day is ego
Ego.
is the anesthesia for stupidity.
Yeah. I like that.
Now, I didn't come up with that, but it fits the occasion.
A man suspected in the disappearance of American teenager Natalie Holloway in Aruba 18 years ago is being extradited to the U.S. Joran Vandersloot is currently serving a 28-year prison term, that is, in Peru, for the murder of a college student in Lima. He'll face charges of extortion and wire fraud in this country. Holloway's body was never found. 89-year-old Senator Dianne Feinstein's back in Washington for the first time in more than 2 years.
Whoa.
Correspondent Scott McFarland.
Her return to the Capitol in a wheelchair included a statement in which she said doctors had advised her to keep a lighter schedule in the short term as she continues to recover from shingles.
Democrats need Feinstein's vote to hold the party's majority in the Senate. The tables, or letters, were turned on a TV game show last night.
Oh, Anna, how you doing?
Vanna White was a contestant on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
We've had this habit for 40 years. You stand on my right. I've never seen your left side. It's very nice.
Thank you. Host Pat Sajak's daughter subbed for Vanna.
Does it seem strange to see someone else at your puzzle?
It does. But Maggie, I know you're going to do a great job.
This is CBS News.
Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Switching to Medishare, Paper Healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
Check out the new solar technology.
They look like silver rectangles floating on calm bodies of water, sometimes with a duck taking a rest on top in the sun. But the floating solar panels are not only a pleasure to look at, but they generate more electricity than land-based models because the water keeps them cool. At Duke Energy Complex in Florida, Shana White says they've been able to test that new technology.
Oh, Lordy, Miss Cody.
Bodies of water that aren't really used for recreational purposes.
Duke Energy is aiming to achieve net zero carbon emissions from electricity production by 2050. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
Look who wants to make a comeback.
Oh no. All that'll get us is a 72-hour lockdown in the psych ward and a Thor feature.
Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis tell the New York Times they're working on reprising their mother-daughter roles from 2003's Freaky Friday. The duo say they keep in touch, and they're in talks with Disney for a sequel. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Hi, this is Tom Latham with Pioneer and Concrete Technology. For years, you've heard me talking about our concrete projects, from stamped and patterned concrete to foundations for commercial manufacturing, driveways, commercial parking lots, even heavily invested in polished concrete for durable and inexpensive long-term service. What you may not know is we have equipment for clearing lots for construction, clearing and ridding land of scrub and underbrush. We cut roads, clear fence lines, clear pond dams, and pretty much any application where land is overgrown. We have mulchers that can grind underbrush into shreds and return it to nature for compost. Our equipment is minimally invasive, not disturbing and not turning your property where additional grading might be necessary. To clean and clear your property, call Penny at 334-284-9292 and let us transform your overgrown property into a manageable and productive one. Check us out on Facebook at Transformers or call 334-284-9292.
Research shows that commercial active radio carriers radio is the only way that quality radio institutional customers postal contract. It provides local consumer interaction, emotional connection that feels close and personal for listeners. Radio is cheap and quick. You can deliver out 24 to 48 hours, and radio is very important. That's why radio is consistently the highest return on investment, and it's also why it's always keep us safe. Research also confirms that campaigns such as the Youth Farmers Shirt starting at a record. Let's have a look. They are on 401 sites. That's why Phoenix offers a variety of effective communications to get things to a basic radio network. At Community, you know your one-stop shop for radio and digital campaigns. Get your business support. Try and fund it. Here's my job, a regular works on News Radio 1440. To learn more about how to get started, go to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business.
Dissecting politics with exclusive interviews, commentary, and humor. Useful Idiots with Katie Halbert and Aaron Motto.
Major news, guys. I know everyone's talking about it, and it's a historic moment. Something huge happened. Justice was done, and a major step towards democracy was taken when Katie Halbert's Twitter was restored.
Congratulations on winning your identity back.
Thank you.
Because without your own Twitter account, really, who are you?
Useful Idiots, wherever you listen.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, NL, copyright 2023.
Another day with heat, humidity, and a chance of showers and storms. That pattern here for today and tomorrow. Won't rain everywhere, will not rain all day, but scattered showers and storms are certainly possible today, tonight, and tomorrow with temperatures most spots in the upper 80s. We're in the upper 80s and low 90s for Mother's Day weekend with a lower chance of rain each day around 20 to 30%. That's First Alert Forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Creedy for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. You have a couple things to mention before you get your commute started. Minor accident reported at I-65 southbound. This is just before Hope Hole. That's I-65 southbound before Hope Hole. Also, in the 2100 block of Woodley Road, there is a car in the ditch. That's the 2100 block of Woodley Road. There's a car in the ditch. Please use caution in those areas this morning. And if you see something out there giving you trouble, please do safely contact us and we'll pass that info along. The new Toyotas are rolling in on the big trucks at Reinhardt Toyota. Stop by today because they sell fast. Reinhardt Toyota on the Eastern Boulevard. Great people. Buckle up front and back. It's the law for Montgomery Skywatch traffic, and for major delay, this is Lois Lane.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Thursday. 18 years since the case made national headlines, the man of Alabama native Natalie Holloway in Aruba is heading back to the U.S. for a separate case. Warren Vandersloot was never charged with Holloway's death. She died in 2005 during a graduation trip to Aruba. Years later, he was arrested for the murder of another woman, Aruba. Montgomery native and former NFL star Henry Ruggs pled guilty to driving drunk and causing a crash that killed a Las Vegas woman and her dog. Under the plea, he'll serve between 3 and 10 years in state prison. He'll be sentenced in August. After a standoff and deadly shooting in Tuskegee, police now have a suspect in custody. Court records say Stanley Dixon Jr. shot and killed his neighbor at Lakeshore Apartments and then injured another woman. He barricaded himself from police before peacefully surrendering. I'm Jazz Williams, and these are your morning headlines. Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need: 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Madam's Aesthetic Lounge, Montgomery's new lash, brow, and facial spa, is now open. Madam's Aesthetic Lounge, located at 13 Crossland Loop, specializes in facial services, full body sugaring, and lash and brow services. Still thinking about that Mother's Day gift you have to get? Think Madam's Aesthetic Lounge. Give your loved one a haven of tranquility at Madam's Aesthetic Lounge. They work to help their clients feel beautiful inside and out. Madam's Aesthetic Lounge, 8713 Crossland Loop Road. Call 334-293-1033. And right now, they're offering you a sweet deal just in time for Mother's Day. Head to this station's website for a $50 gift certificate for just $25. For every $25 you spend, you get a $50 gift certificate. This deal is perfect for Mother's Day. This is sure to sell out quick, so act fast. Head to this station's website and take advantage of a sweet deal for Madam's Aesthetic Lounge just in time for Mother's Day. Visit this station's website and click on Sweet Deals.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medishare. Maybe you've heard switching to Medishare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need: 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And here we go.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. Good morning, and good morning again. And again, you are on the wake-up list. And it is one more day, one more, above ground, and the ground's not above you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440 on your AM dial, or newsradio1440.com, all over the world. And we do have people from all over the world listening to us. We appreciate it. Good morning, world. I used to say that and didn't mean it. Now I actually mean it. Anyway, good morning to you. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that'll give you a different perspective or change the one that you have. Either way, it's good for the soul. It is May the 11th. Today's daily bread is simply entitled, God Sees, Understands, and Cares for You. Our scripture insight today comes from Psalms 147, 1 through 5. Psalms 147 and 5 says, Great is our Lord and mighty in power. His understanding has no limits. Thank God for that. Good morning to you. And again, it is May the 11th. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that won't ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you ought to do this day, and you don't. And you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, May the 11th, 2023, let us hope that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done with this day. If you have lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given grace and mercy of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, whatever you do, while you can, for as long as you can, reach back every once in a while and give somebody else a hand along the way. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever you do in life, you should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But the one thing you don't do, you don't quit. You don't give up. You don't stand still. Like Martin Luther King said, you still move forward. If you cannot run, you walk. And if you cannot walk, you crawl. But whatever you do, you keep moving forward. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. And no matter what happens this day, it is still, like all the other days, it is a great day to be alive. Good morning to you. God sees, understands, and cares. That's our daily read for this day, the 11th day of May, 2023. We'll be back.
Hello, my name is Sochil Dixon. I share a personal story of hope in today's encouragement from our daily bread. God sees. Sometimes living with chronic pain and fatigue leads to being isolated at home and feeling alone. I've often felt unseen by God and others. During an early morning prayer walk with my service dog, I struggled with these feelings. I noticed a hot air balloon in the distance. The people in its basket could enjoy a bird's eye view of our quiet neighborhood, but they couldn't really see me. As I continued walking past my neighbors' houses, I sighed. How many people behind those closed doors felt unseen and insignificant? As I finished my walk, I asked God to give me opportunities to let my neighbors know that I see them and care for them, and so does He. God determined the exact number of stars that He spoke into existence. He identified each star with a name, an intimate act that demonstrates His attention to the smallest details. His strength, insight, discernment, and knowledge have no limit in the past, present, or future. God hears each desperate cry and sees each silent tear as clearly as He notices each sigh of contentment and belly laugh. He sees when we're stumbling and when we're standing in triumph. He understands our deepest fears, our innermost thoughts, and our wildest dreams. He knows where we've been and where we're going. As God helps us see, hear, and love our neighbors, we can trust Him to see, understand, and care for us. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Psalm 147, verses 1 to 5. Praise the Lord. How good it is to sing praises to our God. How pleasant and fitting to praise Him. The Lord builds up Jerusalem. He gathers the exiles of Israel. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. He determines the number of the stars and calls them each by name. Great is our Lord and mighty in power. His understanding has no limit. Let's pray. God, please help us to see, to hear, and to love others in practical ways. Help us to care and not to look beyond our personal space and to love just like you love us. In Jesus' precious name we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
All right, you've got the word. It's the last day of PT. So let's get this thing rolling. Time to rise and shine.
Gotta be rough and tough, airborne, every day.
Oh, yeah.
He runs
To the sun, no sweat, not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knee. Oh, yeah. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans.
nothing to eat but a can of beans.
The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Not really, not really.
Well,
You know darn well that you can't eat that.
you know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go.
Somebody tell the first sergeant major that we are out here warming up. They need to get out here. They're not retired yet. Come on.
The way, all the way. When I was young, I always wanted to be
In the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight.
all the way, airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on.
Time to rise and shine.
Airborne, all the way, driving on, driving on. Early one morning in the drizzling rain.
Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with Sterling Bro. T10, baby. 1-Bravo. I don't know what they got now. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go.
Driving on, all the way, airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on, driving on, driving on, driving on. Here we go, here we go,
All the way.
all the way, gotta be
Rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. All right, let's do the run. Last day of PT. We got to knock this out the park today. Sergeant Smith, where you at? Handle it. Let's do it. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Are we there? All right, one more. Name on the dotted line. Sign my name on the dotted line. All I do is double time. All I do is double time. Up the hill. Down the hill. Down the hill. Up the hill. Airborne. C-130 rolling down the strip.
C-130 rolling down the strip.
Airborne daddy gonna take a little trip. Come on now. Woo! Hook up, shuffle to the door. And jump right out and count to 4. Oh. Woo! Main don't open wide. I got a reserve by my side. Woo! All right, let's do that now. Should fail me too. Look out below, cause I'm coming through. Woo! Hey, everywhere. Hey, every day. But on the old job zone. Box me up and send me home. Oh, yeah. Tell my girl I threw my chest. Woo. Okay, keep going. I did my best. Oh, yeah. Hey, every day. Hey, every day. Woo. Okay, enough of that for one morning. Okay. Woo. Okay, we gotta break PT down to 3 days a week for now. This every day is tough on. Okay. No, I can't be a wimp. I gotta do it every day. I'm off on Friday from PT, so that's good. We good. Anyway, good morning to you. It's a Thursday morning. It's a great day to be alive, and I'm feeling pretty good. So let's pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States of America, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, as well as Space Force. Because without them, we'd probably be speaking a different language on each side of the country. Somebody has got to pull maintenance, while the rest of y'all just cargo. Come on now. But cargo is good sometimes. It depends on what kind it is. And I would be remiss if I did not mention our local heroes and people who pull maintenance. The Montgomery Sanitation Department, Montgomery Maintenance Department, the Sheriff Department, the Police Department, the Fire Department, and all those people who go in when everybody else is running out. Good morning, Fort Bragg. It'll always be Fort Bragg to me. I don't give a crap what them libs think. It's going to be Fort Bragg till I leave here. Good morning, Fort Benning. A lot of kids down there trying to be like us old-time paratroopers. Let's see if they got what it takes. Good morning, John Dominguez. How you doing, sir? Airborne. And last but not least, good morning to the mayor of the great city of Montgomery. Hey, we don't agree on everything, but we agree on a lot of things. That my mother used to say, sometimes teeth and tongue fall out. They're in the same mouth. You ever bite your tongue? That's what I'm talking about. And their motto is Semper Fidelis. But most of them couldn't pronounce that. So they just cut it short. They made it Semper Fi. But whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it means the same thing. No matter where you find one, what part of the world, Semper Fi, it's kind of like go Irish. It always means always, always faithful. Or like roll tide. No matter where you are, hear those words, you know what they mean. You think God's an Alabama fan? I don't know. I'm not going to chance it, though. Roll Tide. And go Irish. And good morning to my aunts and nieces and nephews up in South Bend. South Bend, Indiana. South Bend. Can you believe that Pete Buttigieg used to be the mayor of my hometown? I'm glad I wasn't there then. I mean, I'm good. Listen, you do you, I'll be me. I'm good. I'm glad I just wasn't there then because he's not a very good Secretary of Treasury. I mean, if he was good at what he does, that's one thing. But they had to push the boy to go to that, Philadelphia, where the train fell off the track and spewed a whole bunch of stuff into the community. I mean, he had to be shamed to going. Come on, man. We paying the ticket for you to get up there, so let's go up there and knock that out and see what's right. Yeah. Buttigieg. And then when they told me he had a husband, that just didn't do much for me either. But hey, he can do him. I can do me. That's good. We all got to pay for our own shortcomings. So I'm let him slide on that. I think it's crazy, but that's okay. Well, one thing about it, it won't be no little bitty booty jags running around. I'm just saying. Anyway, good morning to you. How you doing? How's everybody doing? I'm feeling pretty good this morning. It's Thursday morning, 6:31 in the morning. Now, when we come back after these short timeouts, we'll have lessons of life and the word of the day. The word of the day is a good word. And the lessons of life today is really, now I didn't come up with this one, but you've heard it before, but it is certainly correct. Okay, certainly correct. Anyway, so good morning to my Facebook people over there. I don't see any right now though, so that's okay. That's good. Well, anybody out there? Okay, probably not. And I've been trying to get like 200 people at one time, but it hasn't worked yet. I guess can we do that for my birthday next Tuesday if I live and nothing happens? Can we get 200 people on the thing there, just so I can say hi to everybody? I'm just saying, I mean, you only turn 66 once in your life. I look good for it. I get it. I still look good. I understand. But you only turn 66 once. And to tell you the honest to God truth, I never ever thought I'd even get this close. I never thought I'd ever get this close. And but anyway, I'm close, but no cigar yet. Anyway, so let us take a break, and we'll be back uno momento. But the one thing you know is if you live long enough, time does fly. It just goes and goes. Time is like a storm. While you go through the storm, you don't really realize you are just outside. You're, you're this close to the sunlight. And then once the sun comes, all the memories of the rain disperses. So keep going. It may be tough someday, but really, but you can't give up. You got two choices. Give up? No. Give out? Maybe. But never ever quit. It's tough on all of us. One thing about life is not, how should I say this? It's not prejudice. It is everybody gets his hell somewhere along this journey. Your job is to believe in the good Lord and pray a lot and understand that you'll be okay. Right now, the clouds are there, but the sun is also always in the sky. We'll be back after this.
Montgomery. News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. You have a couple things to mention before you get your commute started. Minor accident reported at I-65 southbound. This is just before Hope Hole. That's I-65 southbound before Hope Hole. Also, in the 2100 block of Woodley Road, there is a car in the ditch. That's the 2100 block of Woodley Road. There's a car in the ditch, so please use caution in those areas this morning. And if you see something out there giving you trouble, please do safely contact us and we'll pass that info along. The new Toyotas are rolling in on the big trucks at Reinhardt Toyota. Stop by today because they sell fast. Reinhardt Toyota on the Eastern Boulevard. Great people. Buckle up front and back. It's the law for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. And for major delay, this is Lois Lane.
No esport team is hotter than Fnatic in Valorant. After winning the season-opening tournament, Fnatic has yet to drop a game to any opponent. Not only are they undefeated, but they've only lost one map in the first 4 games of the season, revealing how they're a cut above the rest this season. It looked like nothing could stop Fnatic, but this week their match had to be postponed due to multiple players catching COVID. Once they're back and healthy, is there any team that can stand up to this powerhouse? We can't wait to see.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Now, local businesses can get closer to every customer in their city with fast, affordable shipping. Introducing USPS Connect Local. You want speed? We deliver same or next day. You want savings? We give you supplies at a flat rate. You want less legwork? We do free pickups. Move your local business forward with the United States Postal Service. Let's connect at USPSconnect.com/local. Specific markets. Restrictions apply. Same day or next day delivery expected, but not guaranteed with entry close to final destination.
How far will the left go to win 2024? Will they send out more stimulus checks or give away trillions more to left-wing groups? The simple truth is they don't care if your retirement is eroded down to a fraction of its value. They just want to win. Hi, Stephen K. Bannon. I want to encourage you to diversify your 401k or IRA out of paper assets and into a physical gold IRA. And the only company I recommend for gold IRAs is conservative-owned Birch Gold Group. To learn more, text the word EDGE to 989898 to get their free info kit on gold IRAs. Do this now before Democrats have a chance to legislate away your life savings. Get your free info kit on gold IRAs by texting EDGE to the number 9.
I'm not impressed by gold.
There's nothing to buy.
Not at all. Not even a little bit. I don't care nothing about it.
Take action now. Text the word
It's a metal.
to the number 9.
It's a metal. Why should I care about gold? Because you guys put a price on it.
On behalf of the Myers family
I don't think
and
so.
our entire team here at Just Blinds, we want to sincerely thank you for selecting Just Blinds as the best, your #1 choice for blinds, shutters, and drapes in Central Alabama. Just Blinds has been delivering on our family's commitment to provide quality window treatments at affordable prices and to deliver the absolute best in customer service before, during, and after the sale for over 35 years. Please visit us online at gojustblinds.com.
Another Guardian Credit Union story.
Hey, so what are we doing with your hair today? I need a trim, a new dishwasher, and a much-needed vacation. Do you see any grays?
Sounds like you need a personal loan. My friend just got a loan from Guardian Credit Union, and he used it to upgrade his kitchen appliances.
That's what I need to do.
Guardian has great rates and a friendly team that makes payments affordable.
Perfect. I guess stylists really can fix everything.
Connect with Guardian for all your lending needs.
I have 2 dogs, Sam and Bailey. Both are golden retrievers. Poor Sam, he was a mess. Always itching. His paws were soaking wet all day from just constant licking. He had bald spots on his back. I just don't like putting shots and steroids into your dog all the time. DINOVITE.com. Dynavite is nutrition. Probably 2 weeks after he started Dynavite, I started seeing great improvements, and today 99% of his issues are non-existent. It's amazing stuff. Since Bailey has been 12 weeks old, he's been a Dynavite dog, and he has 0 issues today. He won't eat his food without Dynavite. When I get out the Dynavite, my dog actually salivates like I'm getting them a treat. They drool over it. Dynavite is the best thing you can do for your dog.
Don't believe how happy your dog will be.
I get my Dynavite from DINOVITE.com.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres.
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
All right then. How time flies. Anyway, good morning to you. You know what time it is. It is 6:40 in the morning, 20 minutes to the hour of 7 o'clock. And again, be thankful that you're on top of the ground and the ground's on top of you out there with the headset. It's wonderful to be walking on it rather than be standing underneath it. Okay then. All righty then. I gotta get all my stuff together here. Now the okay. I don't. The word of the day is gonna catch some people off guard. Okay. Don't take it personal. Do not take this word personal, fellas, especially. Okay. We're not talking about you. We're talking about everybody else, but not you. Okay, I'm just saying you might not want to take this thing too personal. Okay, but it was a word. Well, it's an interesting word today. Word of the day. We call it WD, WOD, word of the day, and LOL. LOL on this perspective does not mean laughing out loud. It means the lesson of life. Okay, the word of the day means, well, it means indefinitely or exceedingly small or minute. Now, I know some people out there, that word may seem like it's talking about you, but it's not. It's not. It means any substance that is indefinitely or exceedingly small or minute. That's what that means. Okay? So go. Don't get all upset out there. We ain't talking about you. Okay? But the word is infinitesimal. Excuse me. Infinitesimal. Okay? Infinitesimal, which means barely can see. Whatever it is. We can barely see it. Okay? I understand why some of you guys, if you're being your ego and everything, would be kind of hurt at that. Somebody would use that. We're not talking about you. Okay? Infinitesimal means to indefinitively or exceedingly small or minute. And you know, the word minute actually spelled just like minute. I'm just saying you might want to take some lesson from there. Okay, so the word of the day is infinitesimal, which means indefinitively or exceedingly small or minute. I'm just telling you. Okay? I'm just telling you that that's the word of the day. Now, what is the lesson of life today? Now, we all think we're kind of smart. Right? We do. We think we know it all, and we think that nobody can tell us anything, right? Okay. And we'll walk around with a chip on our shoulder. I've been there, done that. Especially when I first made sergeant in the Army. I mean, I've been so used to everybody telling me what to do. Okay. Finally, I finally got just a little bit. I mean, just a little bit of authority. So I would go to the Greyhound bus station to find new tickets. That's why I have somebody to tell what to do. Come on, Private John. Come here. Why don't you lace up your boots? And where's the polish that came on those shoes? They looking like a rag bag. I mean, I was yesterday. I was good. Okay. But anyway, so I know some people like that. Joe gets a promotion. Now yesterday he was working right alongside you. Now today he got the big office. like I got now, I got a new office up here. Windows, got a big Windows sign and all that stuff, and he the man, right? He the man. He, not now. Yesterday he didn't have anybody tell what to do. Now he just got you. Okay, I'm just saying. So that's called ego. See, we all got egos, but the people that are mature and are wise doesn't let their ego overshadow their common sense or their humbleness. But ego, for all that it is and all that it isn't, okay, for all that ego is, there's a byproduct of ego. And what is that? Well, it is like an anesthesia. You know what an anesthesia does, right? Anesthesia, it makes you think that the pain is gone because you deaden certain parts of the body, like in your teeth when you get your teeth pulled, or you're gonna get a local shot or something like that. They can deaden that part of the skin so you think that the pain's not there. Well, the pain's still there. You just can't feel it because they've deadened that part of the body. Okay. Well, ego would deaden something else. Oh yeah. It'll make you think that you're smart when you're dumb as a brick. Okay. So I don't know who came up with this, but Dr. Rick Rigsby says it in Advice of a Third Grade Teacher, and it's out of all of his whole speech. I remember this more than anything. He said, ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity. And you know what? It is, because you don't know how stupid you are sometimes, because that ego has risen its terrible head, and now you think you somebody. Well, let me tell you what'll get you down to reality. Now, okay, you can be in charge. Like I'm a supervisor up here at Cumulus. Yeah, I supervise myself. Okay, I don't super. I'm my immediate supervisor because there's only me in the room. I'm the supervisor of this room right now because nobody's in it but me. Okay, but remember this. If you don't remember anything else, if you sign the back of the check, you're not in charge. I will let you know that. If you sign the back of a check, you are not in charge. If somebody else is paying you, you're not as smart as you think you are. Okay? So don't let your ego write a check that your butt cannot cash. That's my mother said. Don't write a check that you. Okay, you won't do that. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, so ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity. I would just, you might want to, when you get high muckety mucky, you think you somebody, you might want to bring that out every once in a while, like it's a mirror in front of your face. You're really not that important. Okay, none of us are as important as we think we are. Okay, I'm just telling you. You might want to remember that. All right. Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity. There's something to that. You think about it the rest of the day, and it'll probably change your attitude. All right. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to help you out there. Anyway, good morning to you. It is May the 11th. It is the 131st day of the year. It was on this day in 1996 the Atlanta-bound Value DC-9 caught fire shortly after takeoff from Miami and crashed in the Florida Everglades along with the alligators. And I'm telling you, killing all 110 people on board. And when that happened, I said, "Yep, people are talking about don't jump out of airplanes, out of perfectly good airplanes." Well, there's no such thing as a perfect airplane. In 1502, Christopher Columbus left Cadiz, Spain, on his fourth and final trip to the Western Hemisphere, and somebody probably ate him for lunch. 1647, Peter, I don't want to mess with that, Stuyvesant arrived in New Amsterdam to become the governor of the New Netherlands. 1858, Minnesota became the 32nd state of the Union. In 1935, Rural Electrification Administration was created as one of the President Franklin Delano Roosevelt's New Deal program. We're still suffering some of them New Deals. But I think he did what he had to do at the time he did. 1943, during the World War II, U.S. forces landed in Aleutian Islands of Atoll, which was held by the Japanese. The Americans took the island in just 19 days. At what cost, I'm not sure. 1953, a tornado devastated Waco, Texas, and then in the 1990s, so did the ATF and the National Guard of Texas. I'm just going to leave that alone. Claiming 114 lives. In 1960, I'm still mad at the U.S. government for messing with what they did in Waco, Texas. That just didn't make no sense to me. Anyway, 1960, of course, I got FBI upstairs. Sorry, guys, but that's the way I feel. 1953, 1960, Israeli agents captured Nazi war criminal Adolf Eichmann in Buenos Aires, Argentina. In 1973, the espionage trial of Daniel Ellsberg and Anthony Russo in the Pentagon Papers case came to an end as Judge William M. Bryan dismissed all charges citing government misconduct. Yeah, like the whole thing with Trump and government misconduct. I got you. 1987, doctors in Baltimore transplanted the heart and lungs of an auto accident victim to a patient who gave up his own heart to another recipient. Clinton House, the nation's first living heart donor, died 14 months later. In 1998, India set off 3 underground atomic blasts, the first nuclear test in 24 years. A French mint produced the first coins of Europe's single currency, the euro. In 2006, lawmakers demanded answers after the USA Today report that the National Security Agency was secretly collecting records of millions of ordinary American phone calls. President George W. Bush sought to assure Americans that civil liberties were being fiercely protected. Come on, George. Come on, George. He probably had his hands tied and gave us a wink, wink. 2010, conservative leader David Cameron, at the age of 43, became Britain's youngest prime minister in almost 200 years after Gordon Brown stepped down in the 13 years of the Labour government. And it was 14 years ago that President Barack Obama fired the top U.S. general in Afghanistan, replacing David McKernan with Lieutenant General Stanley McChrystal. 5 U.S. troops were shot and killed at a mental health clinic on a Baghdad base. The shooter, Sergeant John Russell, was later sentenced to life in prison without parole. That's what should happen to you. Probably should have shot him in the firing squad. 9, it's enough to deal with the enemy. Now you got to deal with your own. Give me a break. 9 years ago, pro-Russian insurgent, because I don't believe in the death penalty, except when you fire on your own troops, and you're one of them. We need to take you out. Just put you to rest. Pro-Russian insurgent in eastern Ukraine and voters overwhelmingly favored sovereignty in balloting in the Ukraine central government, and West denounced the illegal sham. I don't know what that's all about. We're going to leave that alone. 5 years ago, President Donald Trump unveiled his long-promised plan to bring down drug prices. The plan mostly spared the pharmaceutical industry and didn't include his campaign pledge to use the Medicare program and buying power to directly negotiate lower prices for seniors. R&B singer R. Kelly went ahead with a concert in Greensboro, North Carolina, despite calls for a boycott stemming from long-standing allegations of sexual misconduct. Okay? And that's the way it was in those days. Now, I was J.C. Love. I was at a thing the other day with Upward Bound, and they had their end-of-year thing. And now J.C. Love is getting a hell of a lot more speaking engagement in this town than I do. I don't understand why they don't let a brother speak, because I'm not a politician, so I can tell the truth. But anyway, but J.C. Love, and one of my favorite educators of all time, Benjamin Elijah Mays. The man has said things that just have just made my mind, put my mind at ease. Because him and I think a lot alike. Me and Jay, we do. Me and Benjamin Elijah Mays think a lot alike. Now, he's a little smarter than I was, no doubt about that. No doubt about that. But he did say something. J.C. Love the other day gave us this poem by Dr. Benjamin Elijah Mays. And it so captivated me. until I have to share this with you guys this morning, because it is fantastic. And here goes. It's called I Have Only Just a Minute by Dr. Benjamin E. May. I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, cannot refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it. But it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it. Give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. What a fantastic, what a wow. And most of you didn't know that a minute had that much power. One more time. I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, I can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it. But it's up to me to use it. And I must suffer if I lose it. Give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but it has eternity in it. That, my friends, is something. That's why Benjamin Elijah Mays was Benjamin Elijah Mays, and I'm not him. That is such an interesting piece. Okay, and when we come back, I meant to do this yesterday, but the first thing I'm going to do next hour is tell you about the 12 Alabama students and some from Montgomery who were accepted to U.S. Service Academy appointment. That's the Air Force Academy, also the United States Military Academy, also the United States Merchant Marine Academy, they didn't know existed, and the United States Naval Academy. So we are going to tell you who those students were who excelled above the rest of their peers and were accepted. And the only way you get there is that you have to be chosen by one of your representatives. I think either a senator or a member of the House of Representatives. But interesting, we're going to tell you about these 12 Alabama students who have been accepted to the U.S. Academy. We do it for football players, don't we? Absolutely. Well, we're going to do it for these guys too, because I love. Now, I must admit, I wasn't good enough to go to our service academy. All right. At least I didn't think of. I wouldn't. Don't make me lie to you this morning, really. It's 6:58 in the morning. It's time to rise and shine. And it's a good day to be above the ground. And the ground above you. Good morning to you. We'll be back.
May 12th, News Radio. And her
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Big changes are coming to faith at the southern border. Over-the-air policy allowing migrants to be turned away expires in hours. Correspondent Manuel Deportes is near El Paso.
For many U.S.-bound migrants at this camp on the Mexican side of the border, the journey has started.
Ahorita estoy tratando.
Fourteen-year-old Monica Hunt in Florida moved to the city of Juarez back in January. She has spent every day since then constantly reflecting the U.S. government in hopes of getting an asylum hearing for her family, but no luck.
Mayors in some U.S. cities have declared states of emergency. Donald Trump was sounding a lot like his old presidential self at a CNN town hall in New Hampshire last night. He mocked his sexual abuse accuser, E. Jean Carroll, and praised January 6th rioters.
They were there with love in their heart, and that was an unbelievable and it was a beautiful day.
If elected again, he said he'd pardon most of them, and Mr. Trump backed Republicans thumbing their noses at raising the debt ceiling.
They were giving massive cuts. We're going to have to do it before.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen weighed in on the subject at a G20 meeting in Japan today.
The support the Japanese support for the past few years for pandemic recovery.
She warns it would trigger a global economic downturn. A day after he was hit with federal charges of money laundering and fraud, Republican Congressman George Santos returns to Capitol Hill. CBS's Caitlin Moody-Ward caught up with him outside the courthouse on Long Island.
Are you planning on running for re-election? Everybody believe you.
Toddlers with peanut allergies. CBS's Wendy Gillette. The experimental from DVD technology to deliver peanut powder through the skin. A study in the New England Journal of Medicine found the patch helped kids ages 1 to 3 who were severely allergic to peanuts eventually safely eat a few nuts. Current treatments are only effective in older children. Where would Italy be without spaghetti?
Today we're making pasta pomodoro noodles. Cherry tomatoes and some pasta.
Oh, yeah. Fort Bragg will always be Fort Bragg to me.
Soared more than
I don't give a crap what
17% in a year.
crap they want to come
That's
up
more
with.
than double Italy's inflation
Fort Benning
rate.
will always be Fort Benning.
Prices continue to drop. S&P futures are down 6. This is CBS
Yeah,
News.
the Rangers have especially I got it.
The same place.
I was at Bragg in 84. Bragg in 84 to 85. Youngster.
Just call him old.
It is better to be old than cold.
Come on, man.
So you get wisdom, supposedly, as you get older. You're supposed to.
Medicare works. It's been around here for the quarter century, and members have shared another $3 billion.
Hey, this phone links is things.
All kinds of things.
Yeah,
I used to text him. I realized what was that LOL? The word thing? What is it?
Infinitesimal.
Minutia.
Yeah, which means extremely small. Now, some brothers out there will get offended by that. Oh, yeah.
A new lawsuit against Mickey D.
Yeah, I got that tied in what I was going to mention.
In Florida, that sued McDonald's for causing them the second dangerously chicken McNuggets. The incident
Life is about decisions.
McNugget from her Apple box fell on
But
her
this morning, the promotion was the same.
Yeah, church. And he let a woman bring him down. Yeah, he probably didn't have to be.
But it actually.
Now, who was the guy that was Saskatoon?
After made all this.
Oh, okay. That's the story of the Philippines? Yeah.
Basically. Yeah, he was over the job. He killed more people that on his comeback. He died.
Even Moses, Moses led the people here, but Moses, I think he murdered the guy. But why he murdered that son of a gun, I did it too. Beating the hell out of somebody just because
You do. It's still busy, man. Yeah, yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So wherever you find yourself in life, you can still be redeemed. You know, like that's so good. That's so good. That's so good. But that's all because you're defining in your own mind, you're defining the circumstance. But if you took $1 from a guy who only had one left, yeah, it ain't like getting somebody killed. But comparatively, yeah, I'm about to say, hold on now. But it's about the same thing. You take the brother. One singing and singing. Yeah, right, right. I mean, yeah. I tell you what, I'd rather we raised the plant spot, but good time, mate. Yeah, I'm ready to go in. Look at Sanford. But see, you had the final word, but he got it. And that's like saying, that's like the alcoholic telling the drug guy, well, drugs is bad. Drugs is drug addict, that I am being an alcoholic. When in actuality, they're both wrong. So, what is it? I don't follow the potatoes. Yeah. I mean, when the brother nothing feel. No, back in the day, I was 25 years old. Yeah. See, back in the day, I got to look at back in the day. We ain't been. We ain't been. I'm saying we. Yeah. I'm saying them fellas. Yeah, them fellas. Yeah, them fellas just do that. Right. That's right. They wasn't right. They was wrong. Wrong. What was his life? Yeah, well, I feel like that. I've had some many days I had to ask for forgiveness. Matter of fact, I still got some days. Okay, we're back. Everybody, how's everybody doing this day? You know what day it is? It is Thursday. It is the second Thursday of the month, which means that I got my dear friends from Hope Inspired Ministries. What is Hope Inspired Ministry? Well, first of all, it gives you hope. No matter how far down you are, if you're willing to put one foot in front of the other, believe in something besides yourself, you can make it. You can still get up, and they're here to help you. My guest is one of John Bowman, who is the executive director of Hope Inspired Ministry, and he brought us a guest today. Now, I don't know who this young man is, but he's an Army dog. He's got to be all right with me. He ain't airborne. That's okay. He's a medic. He took care of us once we landed on the ground. So that's good. Anyway, so tell us what's your name. My name is Brandon Cole. And a couple of closer. Okay, and you from where? My mom, that's where my family from. Leave that alone. So, I know. Would you agree?
psychology.
Do it. John, good morning.
Good morning, Tim. How are you doing? It's a pleasure to meet you. And I'm going to add nothing to your word. Infinitesimal. I love the word in the
Yeah.
You know, it reminds us about students in this our ministries. You know, we can see something that really but it really shows us that one and big book, people get started with one small spark. We get individuals who, once that fire gets to burning out of control, it's a great effort to put it out by moving. That's what happens. All these fire ministers want people to come through for one small bad decision that turned into 2, 3, 4. And next thing you know, they have tons of problems in their life. But we're able to go in and help them. The thing is, God lets us push the reset button. Before we got on the air, we were talking about Samson, and I was doing devotion this morning on Samson. Samson had lots of problems, but God had given him the strength. But after he had made some bad decisions, he lost his hair. Afterwards, we started talking about his hair started to go back. And when people come back to God, when they did that reset button in life, God allows them to make that come. That's the beauty behind what we do. And, 8 different days, random days. Really, we've ever talked about it in here, but we're in Montgomery, and we teach our addiction. The 8th location is and these I'm gonna let Brandon talk about what he does. Extra come in that are making their comeback. God gives them their strength. We talk to somebody else. Yes.
Before we get started, not only did this service make, he came home and talked to the
yes.
So
And but before he went to the last Army.
Yeah.
Always got
what's good up there?
So after the fight, we take 8 million every 9 weeks and we teach them.
So, 8 young men every 8 weeks, coming from all over the Southeast. The majority of our students are here in Alabama, but they range from anywhere from Florence down to Mobile. Georgia, we've had a couple, Tennessee, Florida, and South Carolina, and a couple from Michigan. So we service everyone in this local area, especially the Southeast. One of our biggest things is we teach them how to fish. I don't know if you come in here game. So we put GD straight job for. We even had one young man who's in really great. So if you are here, I'm happy. We're gonna pray. We're gonna do every day I put forward for
What do you find is the, you guys can answer this. There has to be I don't know, an indicator of sorts of what is the main thing that puts our young folks today in your mind?
I say that they're still going in that way because they are ignorant to the consequences of really happen. They don't have anyone majority of them don't have here. So they, I would say around about 20 before I worked for that program, I was about to try to get the executive care. Care to stay and now you know how some of these kids that graduated into youth service. Not let them graduate.
Just to add to that, Kevin, I spoke to around after graduation when they give their so you may be a young man like Brandon talks about needing that godly male role model, and if you never get it, you will one day be a 40-year-old man needing the same thing as another godly man. That's not so if I can mention the volunteer piece, Brandon uses volunteers. He wants godly men to come in and share their story with these young men because it gives people. We've all got some issues we had. We could have more time, but God brought us through it. And when we share our story with these young men, they have that role model.
I take a break at 7:16 in the morning. Hope Inspired Ministries Hour. If you and they can use volunteers all the time. Just you may not think what you have to offer is worth anything. But I tell you, if you're hungry, a local piece of bread is worth a whole lot. So don't be scared. You don't judge what you have to do. You let the guys over Hope Inspired Ministries. Just volunteer. Let them decide. Just give them a call on the phone sometime, whatever that number is. I got it.
649.
Right. There are those that talk the talk, and there are those that walk. There's cargo, and there's maintenance. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is the kind of music I like in the church. They always have everything early anyway. Yeah, that's why people ask me, "Hey, Kim, what are you doing?"
Right.
When you can do what you want to do for a living, there ain't no vacation. And I went to New York and lost a day. I took $300 with me. Wrong move. Wrong move. It took $300 to get there. I went into Burger King to get a brother outside. Come on, I need some. Nice stuff in Alabama, Brother out. So I had $13 on me left. I'm in New York City with $13. Then I got a guy begging me for food. I can't turn the brother. Burgers, and I went inside that place. It cost my whole $13 plus change for a regular hamburger and a regular drink. I didn't get no fries with it. And since I promised the brother something, we just sat there. And I was we would do it. I just sat there and cut the hamburger in half. I took the half, him half. Yeah, y'all didn't tell me New York. I see where you are outside.
Go to Hawaii.
Y'all just live there. I used to live there a long time ago. I thought about moving there. I left in 80. I left in 90. I just milk it. Yeah, everything. And the quality of what you see, high ain't bad enough. It's high and right and substandard. And the Hawaiians, who we call Kamainas, they not even they cannot afford to live in their own land. When I was there, the Japanese run everything. Now I'm having the Chinese run everything. I mean, everybody runs our country but America.
And then on the beach.
Yeah, yeah, like in Pearl City. Yeah, now in Pearl City.
Homeless is everywhere.
Yes.
In Hawaii.
I mean, TV is a great thing to show you the good parts of work and all that, like down your head. But you live there. Right, when you live there, it's like Hawaii, it's like that. And what was it? I wouldn't say that. Yeah. Not in Hawaii, no. Everyone in Hawaii. Yeah, out in the hills. But Hawaii on TV looks nice, but it's like one part of the
Well, they tell you, when you get up on TV, get some information, don't go in these areas. They tell you right off the rip.
And it won't be hard to figure out who you are.
Yeah.
The guy looking in amazement at a tree.
Now this gonna be crazy, but every time I would touch down an island like that, I could get a pocket. I used to fly on that thing. You can fly with your gun very easy. I got to separate it, follow it up ahead of time, have a hard face, and know that you can load the magazine, but nothing can be in done. You just separate it. You fly with it. And your bag has to be able to. Over there feeding and things, and you supposed to be out the phone. We were eating on the job.
It was supervised.
Okay.
Now, when he don't remember, sometimes I try to call him to get. I didn't know who he was. I said, I didn't know Mr. Bowman to come over here and get on there. I didn't ever get a call back. Amen. Anyway, first of all, before we get back to our guests, Hope and Fight Ministry guest, it is a birthday to one of our favorite callers, Miss Daisy Fan. Good morning. Hey, yesterday she finally got a chance to talk to the mayor. I whipped him up pretty good, beat him about the head and shoulders. I was tough on him. I mean, by the time I got done with the mayor yesterday, he wanted to quit. But I talked to him real nicely after we got done. Said, "Don't quit your job. I just want to make sure you got the right things going on." Miss Daisy got his whack at him. Brubaker used to tell me, people don't mind disagreeing with you as long as they can slap you every once in a while. Okay, I get beat the hell out of all the time around here. So everybody should love me in this town. Anyway, happy birthday, Miss Fan. I think she's 90 something. If I knew for sure, if I knew for sure that I was gonna make it to 90, somebody gets smacked. Okay. But I'm not exactly sure. So I'm just gonna leave people alone, especially those bigger than I am. Okay, let's go to phones. Our numbers are 860-1440. Good morning, you're on the air. Hello? Maybe you're not on the air. Hello, that's you. All right. Hope and Fight, I guess, what's your name again?
Right.
And you don't work here in Montgomery, you work
Department of Services.
Okay, and so I guess you volunteer with him.
No, I work for him. I just work at the site of Department of Services.
So we got somebody permanently out there now.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Is it doing good? Is it?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you got a captive audience.
Yeah.
I
I have a captivated and engaged daughter.
Engaged on. Okay. Does anybody ever break down crying because of the things they've been through, and they had no place to go? And well, I still do it every once in a while. It's tough sometimes, especially kids.
Yes. And to be honest with you, I was the first one to kind of lead in that. Growing up, I had a couple of tough times. So we had that when we had a young man kind of good because seeing that major change and things in the country.
Somebody said we all need to cry every once in a while, not because we want to, because we need to. We need to let some of that stuff out. You know, my sister passed away. I think I cried for like a month. Yeah, and I don't mind saying it. I'm tough. I'm fair to it. I can cry for one cry.
That's the shortest scripture.
Yeah. What do you think we as a society, both of you guys, our young folks, are we tough enough on them? Are we raising people to be so dependent upon things until they forgot how to depend on God and themselves?
I don't think we are raising people. I think parents are from the major kids. The parents think control the kids, they think control the kids, so the kids are out here doing things that should be. In my day, I had a healthy kid.
Yeah.
They don't have it. They don't have a healthy kid in the household. There's nothing there.
That's what that is. Good morning. Who is this? Hello. Okay, that's okay. Anyway, so you guys are always in. What is the most, John? What is the thing you guys need the most besides money?
Well, we are a nonprofit, and we do go out on, I don't want to say donation, I want to say investment. Because I mentioned those 8 sites, it's because people that you did invest in it, and we were able to make a great return on that investment. By expanding, but really when we talk about expansion, about more live on control. But I think, one of the, you mentioned a couple, but Brandon, what he thinks he talked about, and one of the most grateful things that we see is people come to us losing hope. So when someone loses hope, how do you deal with them? They teach them, they love on them every day, they're that father figure to them, but then to have others come in and share their story, hear their redemption story, hear their comeback story. I don't believe in God wasting anything that happens with God. He can take that, multiply it, and change other lives through our path. There's several ones through the Bible that we talk about on break, not just Samson, but David, Moses, and both killed someone, but yet they turned around and served God and really spread the good news, spread hope. So volunteering is a huge part of what we do. So if there's others out there that want to volunteer, what we do at Hope for Our Needs is it changes lives. So it's not just the students. If you come in and volunteer, I guarantee you, God will change your life and grow your life. And we all want growth in our life.
One of the things you guys do, and part of your mission statement is you help the chronically unemployed by preparing and equipping them to obtain, maintain, and excel at employment. AI is okay. It's already here. It is going to be even tougher to find jobs in the future if you don't have an acumen to learn technology and things of that nature. How do you believe that is going to affect the mission of Hope Inspired Ministry and trying to get people to jobs? If as a matter of fact, I just found out today that parties and some restaurants around the nation are going to AI. They're going to put a kiosk out there, and so you don't have to put nobody's attitude. Just put your money in the thing, say, hey, this is what I need, and you got a machine in the back going to do it up for you. So how do you believe that's going to affect the way you operate and things you do?
God created us for a month. You mentioned in there, we teach people how to gain employment, how to keep employment. But that last word you mentioned was important. When you do the little things, you tell them. You mentioned the fast food, I talk about all the time. You go to a restaurant or you go anywhere, I mean, they're going to have employees to do something. So it's competitive. You're competing out there, and our students have incredible talent. We're just having to bring them out because they've lost hope and they quit using them. You go to any class, you go to fast food restaurant, that's your. So you go to, I pulled up to the drive-through window at a fast food restaurant, and the person waiting on me was nothing fun. You know, so I can see that in comparison. Or I can see that. So, you know, I can come to work here. And, I get a chance to go speak to a couple of the prisons, and I always tell them, when you come out, you go to any fast food restaurant, you can be a manager within a year. You put that work in. So I hope that your workplace becomes competitive. Our students are competitive. I got a text from someone yesterday, a student was working in another nonprofit. They were telling me that they got a raise, but in the very next sentence right afterwards, they are already preparing to promote them. That's that word. God created us to work.
When you put in the work, you can actually move. Good morning, who's this? Before I not answer any more calls. Hello. Okay, this guy's gonna mess up for everybody. Let's talk about once we leave the program. We have successfully went through the program. We found a place for working. How is the upkeep of that? Is there a relationship between him and your students once they leave the program?
Yeah, and there is, and I'm gonna let Brandon kind of talk about the BYS students. He was in Mobile last week. He really has a unique place in them. I'm speaking to the group and because he has students working up there. So, we'll talk about what happens to BYS when they program and then leave BYS.
Upon leaving the program, before we leave the program, we have a plan in place called transition map. As well. So they have a complete plan with 10 frames of what they're to do exactly when they get to it. So it starts off with BYS. So the first thing you come over, Mr. Brandon, to get what you can. Then you want to look where the nearest job in your area. And you try to get everything in 5 miles of walking. So example this point, I was down in Mobile with a student, and I took this student around to 11 different places. And on one of them, he was told, learn the menu. So when I took this student down to 11 spots, I put them all with the walking because we're going to be competitive, we're going to be consistent, and we're going to have value, add value to the business. So what I do with my outreach is every young man has my personal cell phone number, they have an email, they have the office number, and I give them the opportunity to connect with me. Once they call back and reach back, everything that I can possibly do in my back office. I parents, everything is possible.
Now, what age are we talking about? You said student. What age are we talking about?
About 15 all the way to 20. They get released before 20. So some of them have to say, in our life, and those that have to say, in our life, and they're completely like that. I keep them around. They come to alumni parties, we stay with their parents. Like we were talking about earlier, young man in the Marines, we actually send that. We're just waiting on him to graduate.
How does a Marine find himself in that discipline, training, and all that? How does a Marine find himself?
So when they're in our class, I start to open up the ideas of you can be whatever you want to be. Let's be honest, you have certain charges, certain things can happen. Right. In reality, if it's possible, we can try it. So I filled out applications for all 2 teams, job for, and this young man had a connection with his sister that was in the Marine. But it was looking like his charge could possibly hold him back. But he prayed, he was showing some favor, and like I said, June 9th is graduation.
So he's still in it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's going through basic training. He signed up as soon as he left. Within 2 months, he signed up for the Marines. We were working on it while he was at DY.
What have you in red? Whatever the color that is. I don't want to. Good morning, who's it?
Morning, Mr. Ed.
Then your phone, then there must be something wrong with your. It's your phone. Okay, it's your phone. What's wrong with your phone?
Yes, sir, Mr. Ed. I can hear you. You did have some problem with the phone. Say keep you from speaking. But you can speak now. Hello. Yes. It's the foundation for our life. Thank you, Mr. Ed.
All right. Well, let's talk about some of the things you guys can use on a daily basis for those folks out there. Really, I mean, honestly, if all you're doing every day is getting up, going back to sleep, yeah, come out and help the folks out. Help folks out. You got use a guest speaker every day. Somebody that comes and because sometimes if you're in the jail or with the kids and you try to give me advice, I ain't gonna listen to YouTube. That's that's you're doing it for a job. But you got to need somebody to come motivate these kids, and other people need to hear their story. Okay, like John said, I came over one time. They were short. They need somebody. They asked me, so I came over. But you know what? It made me thankful when I walked over there. I didn't look down. It made me thankful that God reached out and helped me turn my life around at the time that I did. That I had not done. If it wasn't for the U.S. Army, I'd probably be in jail right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it helps you. It helps you probably more than it helps them. Because for that moment in time, the world centers around you. Because they're listening to every word you say, trying to figure out what you guys have in common, trying to figure out if you've done some of the same things I've done. And if you have done some of the same things, how did you get out of it? How did it work for you? Okay. So if you've got a story, you might want to come talk to these kids. Sometimes when you down, you think you're the only person down there. And we all in our lives have either done wrong or been done wrong. Sometimes both. Or doing wrong. Or doing wrong. So we all have a story. And we need to share those stories. I get to share my story every day. Matter of fact, I share my story so long now people tired of hearing it. But that's okay.
Well, Kevin, we weren't short on speakers. We have a special spot for a premium speaker. That was your.
Oh, that's why I was on the guy there. Okay.
We need to bring in the closer.
Yeah.
You're the closer.
I'm the closer.
That's the fourth pitcher on the team. But when you came in to share it with our students who are at the bottom of the hill, they're climbing the hill. Mm-hmm. You may have already climbed the center of the hill. Mm-hmm. So when they hear your story, hear the things that you've gone through, then all of a sudden it gives them hope of where they see themselves in you and through your past struggle. But there's a lot of business owners that come in, to tell their path. Mm-hmm. Remember a guy that owns an auto mechanic, that owns several auto mechanics. And he talked about starting at the bottom, how rough it was, and how tough it was, but he stuck with it, he trusted the process, and now he's on several locations.
And that's one common denominator in life, no matter who you are. You're going to go through some things. You know, this, I think this thing's louder, really louder, or one of the, there's a plaque downstairs, and I don't know how, thousands of people have come to this building. But one day I said, let me see what that says. And it says, make no small dream. There's no magic in it. And I said to myself, you know, that's right. Anybody can dream small. We got to get our kids back to dreaming. And what is a dream? What is a vision? Vision is when you can see beyond the things that are not in front of you. And a lot of our folks don't. I've heard so often, so I've heard 15-year-olds say, I ain't going to live to be 25 years. Who is 15 years old? Is thinking like.
As a matter of fact, a book that we are doing as our men's staff is no action book called How Successful People Think. And one of the chapters in there talked about Sam Walton, who owned Walmart early on in his days, went to visit the competition in Huntsville with one of his managers, and they went in to look at the store and see some of the papers. One of them went in looking at all the negatives, and Sam went in looking at the positives. The way he saw it. And he took some of the things they saw and immediately implemented the focus. Think the glass is half empty, we can look at it half full.
You know, one of the biggest impediments to being successful, what I can tell about people who is a place to stay. You guys are not you have relationships with people in town. Do their best to find a place to stay. If somebody were to give you guys a house or something, would you guys be able to manage that and because the biggest problem I run into people I think of the guy sending from church. You know, he was sitting outside, and I thought he went to church. And I thought he actually went to church, but he doesn't. And so finally we got to talking. I said, I'm right here. We need to go somewhere. I said, you could ask people in the church for a hand. He said, well, it's really kind of fun. You know that? I guess I think that was his fault though, because right, because that church over there, they're helpful. I mean, you got to. So I picked him up, but then I found out later on, you really didn't have to pay. And people, so is it possible we can get? I mean, there are a lot of buildings around Montgomery that need, you know,
And you know, we talk about barriers and not having a place to live. You know, when you talk about the work force, you know, a lot on that application, what's your address? We help them get addresses, you know, out of place.
Yeah.
So they got students in there. Just like the guy that texted me earlier, got a raise, you know, he was staying at the moment, gaining money. And that means they would. So we walked through them until their place had self-sufficiency.
Well, I don't know. Is there a number? The numbers. I'm just thinking if we can get them off the street there, sometimes it will help. And we got so many empty buildings from this, and I realize real estate people in the business, but if they make me no money, we can write off and give people a place to stay. Yeah. So I don't know.
You can call 649-443-0.
Yeah. We'll be back after this. I have to go right now. Okay. Right. Yeah. But you're always gonna need somebody to build a house. You're always gonna
but art schools, these guys, it's just even yeah, everything right. When people start, when Walmart pulls up in the middle of the night and leave because they didn't stole the money, it's AI is it's here. And team is all the movie and the people who are coming from like that. So like I said, I tell them to doesn't make any sense for them to do it. We're in the middle. Yeah. Hey, but it's opportunity for our teachers. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, I'm the MCC. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, it's not hard in the imagination to think that even people needed to understand. Oh, we already working on it. It's called the shooter. Yeah, that is that's right. We want to do something. Yeah, I think that everything about to do was the thing to do. Oh. In the right place. I've heard it. Yeah, we said we do things like that. Yeah, we able to improve it. Okay, what that's it? You're not going on 10. Okay. No, we're talking about graduation tomorrow. Graduation, I gotta graduate tomorrow. No? I'll be right. Monday. Yeah. Okay, just for that. New answer is not done. Yeah. That's in Montgomery. We're talking. Right, Bill is not done. If it wasn't, now, well, yeah, but what if Montgomery Pratt what you got? Right. Yeah, I just did y'all. If Montgomery gets a cold, Prattville and all the surrounding places get the flu. I'm trying to figure out how to put a toll roll on them so they can pay to come in town. When that money comes in, give us a burger on the way every night at 4 o'clock. Yeah, we get toll roll. Now we got yes, it's snacks. So they think they're in the mess hall or kitchen out there, but it's about $300. About $300 there. It's better if I had to we try them first. I'm just saying. Hey, you get 1,000 months, yes. You got about 10 minutes. You got about 8 minutes left. Hey, we are back. I guess Open Front Ministry, John Bowman, along with his fellow Army dog, medic, all other stuff he did. Actually, were you stationed how long? No, I went to Montgomery 2011. Honey, yeah, that's good.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah. I got this thing on Mother's Day.
We got a lot of students that come to us. There's a lot of mothers. My new
I think Mother's Day is for mothers, not for wife, not for girlfriend, it's for the mom. But see, women have figured out how to do it for them everybody day. Even on Father's Day. But, well, in actuality, that's wrong. If it wasn't for the father, there would be no mother. The we was here.
Okay, I just want to go right. Thank you to the moms for helping moms.
That's what you call political correct. Yeah. That's good.
My mother.
You want to say that? Oh, I see. Yeah. What's your name? My mother's name is Ruth. Yeah. Mother Ruth.
I don't.
Probably not.
I feel my kids.
Okay. Anyway, what we're going to talk about?
Graduation, May 12th at 12 p.m. Get in touch with us. I hope you find me. Caseworker, CEO, what's the deal? Roll off. And yeah, all companies yes. But you know what? To get into that graduation, man, we gotta feed people. Yeah. I mean, it's like having a small football team. Yeah, and when I say they like to eat, they like to eat.
What? So you need something for the graduation?
Yeah, we need something for the graduation. I mean, what's something after class? So you can help us out. Graduation, uncles love wings and pizza. That's what we bring.
Can I bring one like y'all cooking? I would say that's cheaper.
I would have to go to.
Yeah, I'm going to say that we prefer get cooked.
I'm just saying, but it's cheaper to buy it. Okay.
So, cooked.
Okay. We really love it. How about some potato chips?
Perfect. Yeah, potato sodas, food lollipops, food salads, things like that.
Because you realize that the chicken, a chicken wing is the only thing on any animal I've ever seen that once you kill them, this wing now becomes food. Okay. One wing, bam, you break it apart, and now you're selling them as two wings. That's the only thing I can say. Which means now I got to pay double for the wing. Yeah. But it's only one wing. See, they got you. You said both wings. It's one wing. Very good. If somebody wants to go into the graduation holiday reach it,
3-4, 3-4.5, 4-3. More Brandon and Hope inspired.
And this is going to be located out at out Mountain Edge.
Yes, sir, at the Holloway Theater.
Okay. You will need to call beforehand.
A secure environment. Okay.
And just to add to that, it's like the main campus. We use that like Jesus. Jesus was physically first, in their physically, and then we food. So we use that food to keep individuals. Brandon mentioned their speeches on testimony. When the boys share their testimony, it's not uncommon to hear them say, "We all have opinion." So they give them snacks every day. Chips, juices, all the stuff young people want.
Yeah.
But he said at the end of the day, cared for him, and through that, just because they start out with snacks. But they were able to live on.
Okay. We also, so we use a lunch provider periodically, or all the time, as a matter of fact. And you got a mentor program, so, And the mentor, I guess you take hold of a young man or something, and call him on the phone or something, and talk to him, and see how you doing, and things of that nature.
Right, talk about the mentor. So our mentor, we offer to move and we feel and have to allow you to get them in the and that way not judge and you not avoid the answer. Once I get a good or positive reaction from the young men, I ask the person if they want to be a mentor. We have several now. They fill out the necessary paperwork. They come in about once every week for an hour from 1 to 2 p.m. We try to do it on Wednesdays, but I am flexible because I understand that young men need guidance, and so they come in and help us out. Come spend an hour with the boys. You'll really love it. Like to hear their stories. You'll find a lot of yourself in these young men. And the difference between them and the majority of us is we just didn't get caught. Well, that is cool. Like when people say, I ain't never had a ticket. Really? Never got it. Even the police speed. And so I just say, don't be bragging. Don't be bragging. If you ain't never got a ticket, you say I've never been caught. Okay. And so the most now, so you got to fill out an application. Yes. I just hate going through all these background checks. It makes you feel like you're. Yeah, I know, but it's just like going to the airport, take off your shoes, take off your underwear, bend over. That's stuff. Kevin, they're sacrifices.
Yeah, I guess it is.
They made sacrifices.
Yeah.
I get
You got to do that stuff too, don't you?
I have to do it. During COVID, I have to go pleasant. I was looking at flowers.
One thing.
We'll get you out there.
But y'all heard it here first. 14. David Evans said he does.
Yeah. And I just hate going through that. I mean, here we are soldiers, here our nation. And you get it to all these places, people like the exterminator. I wouldn't treat the nation I served. I got an ID card with that. I could be good. Yeah. Here we go. Then around. Anyway, guys, give me a number. Then we check.
334-649-43.
Or you go to our website. .org. Facebook page and go to the list and also sign up. We are to be a student. You're also on this.
So just go to Google, type in Hope Inspired Ministries, it'll take you to the website. If you can't figure it out, call me up, send me a text, 241-9998, and I'll get you the number if you want to help out. Okay. And again, property. We need a little help on that one. Okay. All right.
Show, man.
Hey, let's go over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get over. I want to get over.
I want you to get over too.
Check it out. Check it out. No, I ain't say for more guy. Yeah, well, I'm just saying it seemed like you're going over. Well, I said you got a lot of energy.
This reporter is boosting at the scenes with tens of thousands of migrants looking for housing in the U.S. As a chunkier COVID rule expires at midnight, volunteers like food and ground contacts for administration instructions and to staff those who do not claim to remain in the United States will be returned. Those who do claim that cases who do not succeed, they will be removed. Spoke about everything from the death penalty to pardoning January 6th rioters in the CNN town hall in New Hampshire last night. He was asked if he owes his former vice president Mike Pence an apology for the 2020 election results.
No, because he gets nothing wrong. He should have put the votes back to the state legislatures, and I think we would have had a different outcome.
Just a day after he was hit with federal charges of fraud and money laundering in Valley, New York, that is unbelievable. CBS's Caitlin Duty-Burns.
The federal president spent $500,000 on it, and he says he is heading back to Washington. But when he did return, less than diminished his support. Last night, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy said he would not back Santa's support for the election. The only suspect of the disappearance of an Alabama high school student 2 decades ago was the president to the U.S. The U.S. is ready to let more of them with believes that president that after having the actual father disappeared while visiting a window with a conflict in 2005. Now he'll be sent to the U.S. He's charged for extortion and wire fraud, accused of trying to extort hundreds of thousands of dollars from his mother. He's currently serving a prison sentence in Peru for murdering 21-year-old Stephanie Flores in his hotel room. The era of mass shootings at schools has become a new boom in violent
Well, I'm frustrated. I'm not upset. I'm happy that people are good stuff. I'm happy that we have a tragedy.
Researchers at the University of Colorado found their developed digital nose that uses lasers to sniff out COVID in real time. The process can ultimately be used to detect cancer and lung disease. CBS News.
Negative quotes from the employee who form a client. Sensitive personal information about the community. Search engines don't always get it right. The right or wrong, it's more reputational than wrong. That's where a reputation becomes a more concern. One of the most trusted means of online reputation. Reputation Defender has been fixed in people's social lives for over 15 years. Their cutting edge approach is help you eliminate unlimited information you search with them. We also recommend the good stuff, so that it rises to the top. You can use your best foot forward. Good news is too valuable to leave from using computer offering. So you can start with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681. That's 800-401-6681.
Would you survive a car crash? There's a new round of seatbelt test results.
Kia's Forte, the Nissan Sentra, and the Subaru Crosstrek all got poor scores. The Civic and Toyota Corolla just he says improvement is needed.
They can't fix it because we have seen them successfully implement belt technology like retentioners and weight limiters.
Like we said, the rear-rated vehicles have a high risk of injury to the heads, necks, and chests of rear seat passengers. Jeff Gilbert, CBS News, Detroit.
Remember Taylor Swift becomes Beyonce's rock. Her Renaissance tour with a 3-hour show in Stockholm last night. Forbes reports her new global trip could out-earn Taylor Swift's ongoing Eras tour by a whopping $500 million and make it the most successful concert series of all time. Deborah Ross, CBS News.
Switching to Medicare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family.
All righty then. Good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. Hope everybody's feeling good. And thank John Bowman for coming up, Hope Inspired Ministries. It is always a good to have those guys up there. They are doing yeoman's work out there. They are just not talking the talk, but they are walking the walk. Seriously, now if anybody had, one of the biggest impediments I see in people around here, is that none of people place to stay. And we got all these empty buildings around, and some of y'all got a lot of money in this town. Come on, let's just tell the truth. Some of y'all got more money in this town than y'all got sense. Okay. So I'm just saying, we might want to, think about finding a building someplace and not downtown, not all the way downtown, but someplace and maybe a transportation thing to take people out there. We don't need TVs, we don't need cable. Everybody got a phone. They just need a bed. Just a bed. I remember in the Army, we had 5 people living in our overseas, 5 people living in one room. Okay, we had a bunk, we had a thing to put our stuff in. Wait, anybody know what you call that thing again? It's made out of wood. What did they call that thing? Anyway, it was at the end of our bed, and that kept our worldly possessions were in there. All we needed was the bare minimum things, such as some soap, towel, that's it. I forgot exactly what we called that thing at the end of our bed, but that's all we had. And that's all you need. You need a place to sleep, someplace to put your personal items. You don't need no TV, although everybody got phones now, so everybody's got TV anyway. So there's got to be a place around Montgomery, someplace where we can help people out. I mean, somebody can. Come on. Because we can't complain about what they're not doing if we don't help. Some of these people just need a place, like the guy had Sunday. I didn't have a place to stay, but if we can find a place, and I will tell you, I'm not very accommodating to the idea of bringing somebody in the house and you don't really know who they are. But if we had a place for that, then of course that would help us out a lot. I mean, so many empty businesses. Not downtown though. We don't want to run the people off downtown. Somewhere in this town, there's got to be a place that people can just get over there. Walk. We can walk to a lot of places around here. I'm just saying, we got a bus system and all that stuff. I'm just saying. I mean, you couldn't stay there forever. At least 30 days. It takes you, if you get a job, it takes you about 2 weeks to get a it takes you about 2 weeks to get a job. Oh, Foot Locker. Thank you very much. That's right, Foot Locker. We had a Foot Locker at the end of our bunk, and that's all we had. 5 of us in one room, brother, and we made it work. There were black and white folks in that room. Although I was the smallest thing, so I just shut up most of the time. I didn't say anything to anybody. A lot of them go from Alabama and Arkansas. They were big fellas. So I knew that if I got to fight one of them, it was going to be a long day for me. So I just shut up and got on my bed, and the drill sergeant came in, and somebody came in. But no, that wasn't a drill sergeant. This was overseas. This was Germany, in Montgomery. So I just mind my own business. 5 of us in one room. I'm just saying. But we don't need a whole big building. We just need some bunk beds and a Foot Locker. Okay, that's all we need. Maybe I'll make that happen. If I can talk to out of their house. I don't know. You know what I mean? You put the room with a bunk bed, you put bunk beds on top. You can probably, if we had to, we can probably get about 6, 7 people in that room with 6 bunk beds. I mean, it wouldn't be like jail. I mean, not really. I mean, this would watch TV. All right, anyway. So I told you guys earlier that there were some young folks in the city of Montgomery, as well as other places,
that actually were appointed to going to the service academies. And I think we need to highlight some of those young folks that they worked hard to get there. They kept their nose clean, and they got either Tuberville or Britt, one of those guys, to say, hey, let's give these guys a chance. So I'm gonna do my best to let you know who they are. But before I get to that, I gotta tell you about this man. Elijah May. I found this out the other day, and I just can't stop saying it to myself. I only have just a minute, only 60 seconds. Forced upon me, I can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it. But it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it. I must give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute. But eternity is in it. So I gotta tell you, it is there's so much truth to that poem, to that saying, because it's mind-boggling the story that poem tells it. That's mind-boggling. Okay. Anyway, so I'll get to after my first break. We'll come back and we will do those kids who got appointed to the U.S. Academy, the Naval Academy, the Army Academy, and all that good stuff. Okay? So we'll do that. 860-1440 is the number here. Let's see who this is. Good morning. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that when I was overseas in Germany. I mean, it was a big deal to get people to come over here. Now we just open up the floodgates. No, all they got to do is show up and knock on the door. Now, they don't even have to knock on the door now. Well, listen, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you can't blame. Yeah, yeah. Well, I can tell you if it. Yeah, listen, I hear you. I hear you. But I will say, I will say this much. I don't blame anybody for trying to get to the United States, home of the brave, land of the free, home of the brave. I don't blame. I blame right, but I blame our government, not them. If I'm stuck in a country that like the hole that it's in, like former president said, yeah, I'd be trying to get the hell out of there too. And it's our government that's responsible for securing those borders. Well, but let's right, but let's always right. But let's recognize though, I can't blame the folks for coming. I blame our government for right. Okay. And again, I don't blame people for coming here. I blame our government for allowing it to come in a chaotic way. Illegal people come and stay. But I don't blame people for coming. Now, I'd come too, any way I could. And you got idiots in the White House now saying, well, just come on. Soon as Title 42 is over, and we're just going to let you in. No, no, there's a way to do that. But I don't. Good morning, you good? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you understand his frustration, though. Yeah, wait a minute. I don't. Wait, no, there's a right. Well, yeah, right. But we paid them to come up with those answers, though. Right. Mm-hmm. But it's an American leadership situation, though. Right. They can figure it out. They don't want to figure it out. I mean, they don't want to figure it out. Yeah. Okay. But you do agree, right? But you do agree that 750,000 people at our border trying to come in illegally is wrong. It is not them. But you do agree that the people, the president, the congressmen, the senators, Department of Homeland Security, they have a responsibility. Right? I know, but I'm living in this year right now. Yeah, right. Yeah. But right now, right. But right now, well, listen, right now, the president of the United States is Joseph Robinette Biden. And, and we want him to close them damn borders. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, you know. Yeah. I appreciate it. But everybody keeps, kicking the can down the road. And that's Republicans and Democrats. I will agree with that. Good morning. Yes. The 1986 law has got nothing to do with this Title 42. That's something that was implemented during COVID. That was implemented during COVID. But not for COVID. But we have a right to protect our border. We have a right to let people come in. Yeah. Yeah. But the word illegal is supposed to mean something. Yeah. Well, all right. They are going to start right, but nobody in any land appreciates having their homeland invaded. And it is going to start something. It is going to start something in this nation. Well, I mean, they're going to start some. I mean, okay. Yeah. All right. All right, got to take a break. We'll be back, but I'm just telling you, you cannot let people invade your country. Putting people who've been in here their whole lives born here as a secondary citizen without some pushback. It don't happen. It's just a matter of when. We're getting tired of this. Although you can't blame the people. I don't blame them. But I do blame the people who have been charged by Congress, charged to protect our borders. And well, I'll just sit back with some popcorn and look around. We'll be back.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic and for major delays.
Over the skies of Idaho, Montana, Mississippi, military bases, Kansas, Missouri, Kentucky, the Carolinas. How come there's no ramifications for that? How come there's no ramifications with Russia? Took down one of our drones. How come there's no payback on any of these things? These shady deals. I never knew a single thing. Well, we've got 14 specific meetings that we have identified of Joe Biden meeting with Hunter and foreign business partners. Check out the Strong Andy radio show later today, right here. I'm not there. I lost 71 pounds. I was congratulations. 171 pounds and 10 inches. Superstore, Joe Payne's are going on from 13 to 14 pounds later, and has reasons for sugar cravings, big time. Sugar cravings and
Those two are good for outstanding results tonight. Guys, 2004, men were chosen for one reason, their results. Andro 400 can receive reduced belly fat, boost energy, and boost your testosterone. We guarantee it. Start today and get free shipping with any order. Go to Andro400.com. Nothing better than Andro400.com. Andro400.com.
Members are everywhere. From and floor to small. And as you can like anywhere, be prepared. Acting always quickly. Number one, FDA mailer available. Use as directed. Access to experts, insights, and business solutions so powerful. Copyright 2023 Bank of America, NA.
Hi, this is Tom Latham with Penny Earning Concrete Technology. Recently, we've been talking about our concrete projects, from stamped and patterned concrete to foundations to commercial manufacturing, driveways to commercial parking lots, even heavily invested in polished concrete. Construction, clearing and ridding land of scrub and underbrush. We cut roads, clear fence lines, clear pond dams, and pretty much any application where land is overgrown. We have mulchers that can grind underbrush into shreds and return it to nature for compost. Our equipment is minimally invasive, not disturbing and upturning your property where additional grading might be necessary. To clean or clear your property, call Penny Earned at 334-284-9292 and let us transform your overflow.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Just a couple of minutes to set aside here for because I wanted to acknowledge these young men and women who have been accepted at these service academies from Alabama this morning. We're always doing it for the football players, so hey, we're gonna do it for these guys. Okay? We're gonna do it for them. Yeah. Anyway, first of all, United States Air Force Academy. Well, a dozen Alabama students have accepted appointments to the U.S. Service Academy. Senator Tommy Tuberville, of course, has confirmed. The students include the four named people: Pruitt Dobbs Bain, He is the son of Charles Mark and Ginger Bain, Montgomery, Alabama. They go to he goes to Trinity Presbyterian Upper School. Carson James Hall, the son of Ray and Don Hall of Rayburn, Alabama. Rayburn High School is where he goes. Patrick Christopher Davison, next who is from where's he from? Son of Rick and Kelly Davison from Auburn, Alabama, and also attended Auburn High School. Jeff Kwan, son of Hayang and Yukon Kwan of Montgomery, Alabama, Loveless Academic Magnet Program School, otherwise known as LAMP. Congratulations to him. That's from here in Montgomery. That's the United States Air Force Academy. Jane Wright, daughter of Hess and Carolyn Wright of Demopolis, Alabama. They went to Demopolis High School. United States Military Academy. William Hagan James, son of Scott and Jamie James of Birmingham, Alabama. They went to Evangel Christian School. Samuel Wade Wagner, the son of M. Hagan and Jennifer Foxter Wagner, Auburn, Alabama. Lee Scott Academy is where he attended school. The United States Merchant Marine Academy. Richard Joseph Snyder IV, son of Richard and Trudy Snyder of Birmingham, went to Oak Mountain High School. Calvin Burton, son of Robert and Julianne Burton of Huntsville, Alabama, he hails from Grissom High School. Nathan Villamora, the son of Ernesto and Tahia Villamero, Fairhope, Alabama, the guy at Marion Military Institute. United States Naval Academy. Connor Ramon, son of Prue and Stephanie Ramon of Salem, Alabama. He went to Smith Station High School. And John Isaac Roberts, son of Benjamin W. and Jennifer H. Roberts of Andalusia, Alabama, went to Rift Valley Academy. Congratulations to those young men and women. America's national security depends on brave young men and women who are willing to serve our armed forces. As Tuberville said, I am proud that some of the most talented young Alabamians have stepped up and stepped forward to answer the call to defend our country. Now, if we don't get them there, they don't get that woke training in there, we're going to be all right. The U.S. Service Academy provides missions to serve in the military with the opportunity to serve while attaining and higher education. Service Academy appointees go through an extensive process to receive the nomination. Applicants complete the required ACT and SAT exams and provide letters of recommendation, a school transcript, and the required application form. Upon graduation from the academy, they must commit to 5 years of active duty. Congratulations to those young men and women who have decided to serve their country and pay the price to do so, and work hard and talented, and to Senator Smith, thank you for acknowledging that these folks, we still have young people in America and Alabama who don't want to be woke. They just want to make sure you wake up free. Good morning to you. All righty then. All right, let's go back to phones. I had to do that. I've been trying to do that for 2 days, but I hadn't been able to do it. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Well, to get according to this, to get into the service academies, you do need the SAT and the ACT. Yeah, right, because they're going to be limited, and it's already limited as it is. It's going to be more limited if if they do. Yeah, well, that's what the service academies require. Yeah, yeah, we could. Yeah, 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 yeah. We all awoke now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. Yeah, boy. Well, I'm doing the free breakfast. So, hey, that eat. Well, I'm not sure we actually been there. Let's go that way. I don't know. I don't know. I did. I did, and I hope that's not the first piece of the wall that's coming down around us. You know, uh, well, it might. I went to Info Academy in Germany, so I really don't know. Yeah. So I don't know. I hope that's not the first pebble to move. Yeah, a lot of people. All right, appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Who's this? Somebody advertiser over there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. North American Free Trade Agreement. Mm-hmm. That's a Clinton. It was supposed to be so we could just they can actually drive through America without any impediment, and they from here to Canada, I believe that's what it was supposed to be. You could just come and go as you please. Okay. Right. Mm-hmm. I gotta guess. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they let it. Hey, appreciate it. I'll take my last break. Gotta get coming up when we come back. We'll be back.
Not really.
Just have a seat right there. Okay. I got a, you can sit down.
Oh, wow. Sit down and everything.
Yeah. Now, turn it,
Okay, sounds good.
Does anybody offer you drink water or anything?
I have some water, yes.
Good. You got a water bottle? You buy water?
I don't have it with me now.
But do you buy water?
Oh, no, I usually just fill up my refillable water bottle.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I can't figure out, I'm a logic and reason kind of guy. The earth is 70% water, and we can sell it to people. Yeah, there's something
about that.
and we put plastic in our oceans after, and I'm not an environmental wacko, but you put plastic in our oceans that I don't believe there's nothing coming out of the ocean now that don't have a little plastic in it.
That's true.
So
That's true. Yeah, I use my own refillable.
yeah, and you can boil water pretty much and get the same clarity out. I just can't figure that out yet.
Yeah.
You can sell you millions of plastic a bottle of water
You buy it. Actually, okay, maybe you can buy like one bag of things and just refill them.
That's true.
I don't know.
That is true. Well, some people like the purified. They think that it's
It's
bad
water.
For, it's yeah.
It's water.
I drink out of the hose. I'm still alive.
Yeah, I used to drink out of the hose too, and you drunk out of a couple of rivers.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll ask a commercial break.
Where the
Well, yeah, you can do that. Then you can hear yourself. Are you from Montgomery?
yeah, born and raised.
Although I've been here long now, they're going to go, so I'm all right with Montgomery.
Yeah.
All right. All righty then. Okay, I got for about 5 minutes here. I got a guest from, first of all, tell us where you are from, my dear. And what do you guys do with the food bank? That's it. Give me a comment. And I have been blessed enough not to really come to a food bank. You know, yeah, I know. What is your criteria to come to the food bank?
So this is something that I'll do a distribution center. So how we get the food and services to people in need is via our partner agencies. And that's what you would think of as like a food pantry.
Salvation Army.
Yeah,
a
church that distributes food weekly or something like that. Those are the agencies that we work with and contract with us in order to get their food. And then we're giving it out to people in need.
So I just can't show up with a bag and say I need a couple of groceries.
No, we would connect you with an agency in your neighborhood.
Okay, which I think is probably the best way to do it, because that way you want everybody making groceries on your Monday through Friday, thinking it's their store.
Yes, but also if someone comes to our facility in need, we're not going to turn them away. We're going to offer them an emergency food box, just so people know that, because if you're hungry, it's an immediate need. You can wait a couple of weeks to give them.
So if I got a bunch of junk in my cabinet that's been there forever, can I bring that down to you?
It has to be within a day. So food safety is very important. So make sure that hasn't gone bad or anything like that. But yes, by all means, if you have something that you're not going to eat, it's great to donate that to the food bank.
Now, the one thing that irks me about people who give stuff to the food banks that I've seen over my years, I don't want anybody else's green beans. Okay, how about some tuna, some spaghetti with meatballs in it? We tend sometimes to get the stuff that we don't want because we don't like it, which is cool, but we like a little meat every once in a while.
Yes, very important. And so I think it's really changing your mindset. Of course, if you're not going to eat it, give it to someone else. But also think about, you're feeding your children, you're feeding your grandparents. What would you want them to have?
Right,
You would
exactly.
want them to have your leftovers. You want them to have the best of the rest. That's kind of how I consider it. I think about the people.
What about ramen noodles? You gotta have water with those, but
that's a non-perishable. You can donate ramen noodles.
Okay. All right, then. So when do we need to come over there and donate, or do we start? Do you got sugar?
So today I am talking about our food drive.
And I took you all kind of places.
You did. We brought all back around. But hey, that's good. We need to all the time. So all you have to do is gather up some non-perishables, put them in a grocery set, Montgomery area people will benefit from that.
Okay. So now, don't they carry a lot of babies?
They sure do. So we are so appreciative for the letter carriers. This is a national campaign. We've been doing it. It's the 31st one.
I never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Stand out hunger.
No. I guess I haven't been hungry.
Well, that's why we're trying to talk about it today. We want people to know and to take part. And what's great is everything counts, right? So if you only have one canned good, hey, when we all work together, that can be a lot of food. One canned good.
Okay. Well, I just went, now you didn't say I said, don't give them beef. Okay. So when I was coming up, every time we got a food thing, we got beef. What the hell is beef in the thing?
I'm sure someone does.
Yeah, okay. And green beans. Green beans are good for you. And if you're hungry, that's all you got. We just put something out there. Put something out there you want to feed your kid, or your mom, or your dad, or somebody. I mean, don't just throw stuff away because you got. Ooh, they can take this from you. Be nice. Be good human being. If you wouldn't eat it, why would you want to feed somebody else? Oh, what about dog food? Got to.
Well, we're just doing non-perishable. We do receive that sometimes.
Right. All right. Well, tell us one more time about the event.
So we have the Stand Out Hunger Food Drive this Saturday, May 13th, in association with the letter carriers. Just leave your non-perishables by your mailbox and let us know.
All right then. Well, thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. I'm a little unusual. You know, as you live and get older, you're wanting to people a little bit more.
Thank you for having me.
That's it.
You're not weird. Thank you so much for having me on.
No problem. All right, then. I need to feel like I'm seeing. Okay. No, I gotta go to the park. All righty then. All right, I got a couple minutes left to do something here. All right, let's go back forward right quick. That's a public service announcement. Good morning. Who's this? All right, hold on. Let me get my phone. Yeah. And it was coming. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. But again, we got to blame the guy that's there now. I mean, like we blame Reagan, we blame Bush. We got to blame the people there. So who's going to do something about it? Mm. Well, they do make laws. That's true.
Right. So what happens when the people decide to do it? No, I ain't talking about the Congress. I'm talking about the people of this nation. When we decide to take matters in our hands, what happens then? Well, now we have listen. We have January 6th 2.0. Mm-hmm. We used to be. We used to be. Now the law is screwing its own people worse than the order does. Listen, I gotta go. Time's up. We'll talk more about this on tomorrow. All right. Oh, boy.
I'm Jazz Williams, and these are more.
WLWIAM is News Radio.